And we're live. Hey, everybody. And we're going to welcome Pam back for part two of her interview. We ran out of time last time, and I still wanted to focus a little bit more on art. Guys, if you have questions about, I hear some of my talk. I hear myself somewhere.
It's not me. I got my sound off.
Let's see if it's gone now. There we go. Anyway, any questions or favors, Pam doesn't mind answering art or fish or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and, well, there it came back again.
One of us has an echo.
Somebody has their volume on listening to it.
Yeah, someone forgot to mute their text feed.
Try one
Well,
more
I don't
time.
have YouTube on or nothing.
Whatever you're doing, Bobby, when you reach up, it stops. Okay, let's try one more time. Here we go. All right, so Skipper's not going to be here tonight, and Ed is on the way. He's in the house, just logging in and stuff. So he'll be joining us shortly. And Rob is here from Aquatic Aesthetics down there in the left-hand corner, I believe. The Aqua is down in the right-hand corner, I believe. That's Robert, and he's part of the FishFam, as is Rob. And our special guest, and people say special guest, they throw that around a lot. And Pam is a special guest.
Yeah, I'm really special. Everybody knows I'm special.
When I say special guest, she's very gifted as a fish keeper and extraordinarily gifted as an artist. And I don't throw that around, you know me. So, we're thrilled to have Pam back again. And one more time, never miss a chance to advertise. She's now officially my co-host on Wednesday. I look at it like a partnership kind of thing, like this panel. We're on my channel, but these guys definitely contribute.
Thanks, Mike.
Do what?
Mike says, "Bless her heart."
I know. Right. Anyway, so we'll thank everybody, and thank you guys for posting all the links, waiting on us. Bobby or Rob, do you mind starting?
Yeah, sure. Maria Z, hello. Paleco Beaver, hello. Bigfoot Fish Tanks, hello. Anthony's Fishy Friends and Muppet, hello. Andre, Susie Q, hello. Deborah and Skull Aquatics, hello. Scroll on down. Mox Aquatics, hello. Chewy, aka Lunatic Fringe, hello. Patty, hello. And Banoski and Skull Aquatics, hello. Casual Aquatics, hello. And Chris Stubbings Pond, hello. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. But hello to everyone, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Robert. I don't see anybody else. I tried to follow along, so.
Jeffrey Watts, hello.
You said casual, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And guys, you'll see a lot of links because I've asked the moderators to be sure to post the guest links. So you'll see Pam's art and other links. So check them out, open another tab, or come back to them later and go from there. So, Pam, I'm going to get you here under the big light. Hey, Pam.
Hey.
I caught Pam on the light. She got offended when I asked her if she was wearing a little makeup. And she said, no.
I don't wear makeup.
Yep. Well, you look nice. So.
Uh-oh, we got an echo back.
Got an echo again. It came back. Is it gone now? Yeah. Whoever it is out there figured it out by now.
Hey,
I
Giggles.
think it's my headset. I'll be
Okay. Could be. I don't know.
yeah. If it ain't one thing, it's another. It's the story of my life.
One thing is three. All right. I just want to kind of pick back up, and guys, Rob and uh, Robert, if you'll help watch for questions in the chat, or if you have questions, please chime in. I picked that up from Dan, I guess. Chime in. Um, Last time we were just about, and you mentioned awards and that kind of thing. So that is actually something I was going to ask you before. So, what kind of recognitions or awards have you received, and what were they, and what were they for?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, not just
I'm never going to remember everything.
well, if you can
And I can
remember
write it
some,
down.
you
I
can remember.
wasn't smart enough to write stuff down. So, and actually, I don't think I even have everything written down anywhere. So
Well, that's
a
okay.
lot of the stuff I'm like, I've totally forgotten about, but I'll remember what I can.
Cool.
Besides the high school stuff that doesn't really matter.
Well, it does. I mean, it's up to you.
Right. Remember, right after high school, I entered a competition at the Portland Art Museum, and I got my piece accepted, which was surprising because when I got there, it was almost all modern art. And I remember the piece that won the show was a black canvas with two white lines dividing it into thirds. That was the best in show.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't really count, but I did get into it. And then I haven't entered, like, for the last few years, I haven't really entered anything because all that takes money. Like, you get an entry fee that you have to pay like months and months, sometimes like a year in advance.
Right.
And then if you're accepted, you've got to hold on to the artwork, and then you've got to ship it, and da 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 da. So it amounts to quite a bit of money to get into the art show world. Hey, there's Amber. But I remember in Portland, I got there was some art show, and I don't remember the name of it now, but it was for up and coming artists, and I got best in show in that one, and the recognition, but I don't remember what it was called. That was when I was fairly young. And what else have I gotten? There's a art website that you guys should check out if you like realistic art. I'm trying to think of the name of it right now. It's the ARC, but I don't remember what it stands for. Hold on just a second. This is like an international realistic art art renewal center. That's what it is. Art renewal center is very big. It is realistic art, and it is worldwide. I mean, people from all over the world enter their salon every year. I haven't entered it for probably like 10 years, but when I did enter it, the first year I got a fourth place, which wasn't enough to get in the money, but it still was pretty damn good because this is a huge art show. I mean, this is an international art show for realistic art.
That's awesome.
And I got a fourth place in drawing. And then one year they decided to include the top 100 pieces. Besides they placed the top 3 in each category, but they decided to also list like the top 100 pieces, and I got into that too.
Hey,
Which, like I say, this is like the biggest thing for realistic art. So that was pretty cool.
did you say you don't remember what year?
What's that?
Did you say you don't remember the year?
I don't remember the years that I did it. It was probably around 2010, 2009, right in that area somewhere. And in 2008, I got best in show at the Cheyenne Frontier Days show. And let's see, I've gotten, and I don't remember the dates. I probably I probably don't even have it written down anywhere. To be honest, I haven't even kept the ribbons and the certificates and stuff. All ended up in the garbage because I don't worry about it.
Well, I
Which is
know.
really awful of me. Let's see, I got in the Ellensburg show. Ellensburg used to have a big Western art show. I think they still do. And I used to enter that every year, and I've gotten a couple first places in that one. And then there was a Western art show at OMAC during the same time they had the big OMAC horse race, and I've gotten best in show at that one. And I know there's all kinds of them that I've forgotten about. When I lived on Cape Cod, I placed quite often in their Cape Cod Art Association, and I got a first place one time there. And I entered a couple times at a big art show that they had in Provincetown, which is just right off the Cape, and I got a best in show at that one. And I don't know, there was one in Texas that I got a best in show at. I don't remember. It's really awful because I can't really tell you. Because, like I say, I don't really keep track of it anywhere myself. So, hi, Ed.
Hi there.
So that was kind of a waste of time. Oh, I got one there was one off Cape because I remember going to it. It was at a museum that was off Cape, and I got best in show at that one too. And the reason I remember it is because I don't know. Do you want a funny story or not?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the guy that I was living with fancied himself an artist, and he didn't really like it that I was getting all these prizes and stuff all the time. So it was the Ames Museum off Cape, and I had a couple pieces accepted into that and got best in show with one of them. But instead of shipping the work, it wasn't that far off Cape, so we called everything off of Cape Cod was off Cape. Which I know sounds kind of funny, but that's just what way people call it there. But anyway, it was off Cape, and I got the directions and everything so I could take the piece there instead of shipping it. And he decided at the last minute that he would drive me there instead of me going there with my daughters. So we went there. And it was a beautiful sunny day, and the closer we got to the art show, the grumpier he got. And we couldn't find it. You had to kind of take this little dirt trail to get to the actual museum, to the back side of it. And right beside it, we found they had like a park. And the Ames Museum is the house of a guy that was a botanist. And when he died, he donated all of his land and his house to the state. So they'd made a state park out of the land, and then the house itself was the museum.
Oh, cool.
Which was where the art show was. So we found the park first, and we pulled up to get into the park, you had to pay $2 into a machine. And by this time, he was really grumpy, so I made sure I had the $2 out and handed it to him because he was also really a cheapskate. So I made sure I gave him the $2, right? So we pull in, and we could see the museum off to the side, but there was no road to get to it from there. So he got out, and we're in this big parking lot that's full. And he got out, and he went up to the visitor center that was at the park. And he told me he was going to ask him how to get over to the museum. So he went inside, and me and my daughter are sitting in the car. And there was a park ranger that was a couple rows behind us that evidently had his, accidentally had his speaker on. And somebody from inside the museum called him. And you can hear this whole conversation is getting broadcast all over the park, right?
No.
Because he had his loudspeaker on. And somebody inside the visitor center called him and said, "There's a guy here that wants to know how to get over to the museum, and he's demanding his $2 back."
Oh my God.
I'm like, and they're going on and on. The guy came in with a bad attitude. I don't know what to do with him. And I'm like sinking down in the car seat. And Megan was behind me, and she's going, "I told you never to take him into any art stuff, Mom." Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then I think the guy inside gave him the license plate number, and the guy spotted us in the car and turned his loudspeaker off real quick, and I was just dying. So, and Rich came back out to the car, and I didn't say a word to him. I'm just like, okay. He didn't give me my $2 back either. He kept it.
Wow, what a jerk.
So yeah, so that was one art show. Another time on I had entered in the Cape Cod Art Club, which he had like submitted his work to get accepted, and they wouldn't even accept him into the club. So he really didn't like it when I did stuff with the Cape Cod Art Association. But they had called me and left a message that I won first place. So please make sure I came to the grand opening of the show. So so he said he wasn't going to go. So I was like, that's fine. I don't care. Well, then he was kind of a psycho with like not like keeping track of everything that I did and not trusting me. So when I got all gussied up to go to this art show, he decided at the last minute he was going to go. So we got there, and he walked around, looked at the art, and they're getting ready to hand out prizes, right? I mean, to announce the winners and stuff and give you a ribbon. It was like a $600 prize for first place.
Nice.
So he came up to me and told me he was going out to the car, and he'd be sitting out there waiting for me and hurry up. And they're just getting ready to hand out the prizes. I was like, okay.
God.
So I got my first place, and I had people coming up to me saying, "Oh, I've been seeing your work in here, and I've been wanting so bad to meet you," and all this. I mean, seriously, this was happening, and I had to get out to the car because I knew he was sitting out in the car steaming. So that was kind of a flop of a night. Yeah. But anyway, okay, next question. Sorry about that. Stories.
Well, so like I take it that you two are not together no more.
Oh, no. No.
Why not?
Okay.
All right, I've got one. If nobody else has one,
Maria says I could sure pick them. I know, that's why I'm single now. Happily single.
pick some real winners. Art shows. Is there any other art show besides this that were memorable? You see that one you won first place, and you didn't mention it earlier.
Yeah, I know. I tend to forget. The biggest thing that I've ever gotten into, which is that the ARC, that I told you about, the international one,
Right.
and I can't even begin to tell you guys how big that is and how big of a deal it was when I got even in the top 100, or when I placed fourth place the one time. That is like a huge international show.
I'm gonna check
It like blows all the Western art shows and all that stuff that I've done. It blows all of them so far out of the water, it's not even funny. So that's probably the biggest thing, was the ARC.
What about museum? I know I've heard you tell a story about a museum that you decided not to let them hang your piece in.
The museum that hey, hush, dog.
Star.
Star, it's just Mario. Hush. So, what about the museum?
What about museums? Are any of your things in museums? I know you told a story once about a museum that you decided not to let them something.
I don't know if I have stuff in museums or not. Actually, I don't really know. There was. You're probably the one that you're thinking about. There was a um a gallery at Red Lodge in Montana that started carrying my work. They just opened up, and they wanted me to come up for the weekend, and they had like a room for me to stay in and everything. And they wanted me to come up for the weekend and do like demonstrations on the sidewalk for their grand opening. So I did that, and it was pretty cool because it was like a Red Lodge is like a old town, and it's kind of like a tourist town, and at the base of Beartooth Pass, and this gallery was like in a really old building, and then up above the building on the second floor above the art gallery was a little apartment, and they had it all like decorated with old furniture and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was, and that's where me and Megan stayed there for the weekend. But anyway, they'd asked me to bring up a couple pieces to hang up in the gallery during the opening. So they like gave me one wall to cover with my work, and I was working on a painting outside on the sidewalk. So one of the pieces that I took up there was a painting of a Black woman named Grace. And at the end of the weekend, when I was packing all my stuff up, I said, hey, this painting I've been working on outside, I'll probably have it done, and I can bring it up next weekend for you to hang up for sale. I said, do you want me to go ahead and leave the painting of Grace here, and I can pick it up next weekend? And the woman that owned this gallery looked at me, and she says, oh no, we don't have those kind of people here. I was like, oh my God, okay. So I took it home. And when I took the painting of the elk up the next weekend, first thing when I walked in the door, she asked me if I still had the painting of Grace and if I'd bring it back. And I was pissed about the whole thing, and I said, no. I said, I'm not going to bring it back. So when I went inside, this guy that worked there, when he had a chance, he kind of took me out in the corner, and he told me that during the week, they had several large groups of people. We're talking about, 10 to 20 people in each group come in specifically because they wanted to see that painting because they'd heard about it. They wanted to see the painting of Grace. So that's why she wanted me to bring it back. But I was stubborn, and I never did take it back up there. And shortly after that, a guy who had seen it hanging in Cape Cod, because I finished it just before I left there, he had seen it hanging there and had tracked me down to try to buy it from me, so I sold it to him.
Grace was a black lady.
Yeah.
And she's very, very interesting. It's an awesome thing. Pictures.
Oh, I could tell you the story about how I did that painting.
There's a question there for you, Pam, before you start it. Color Guppies, can you read it? I can read it too. Either one.
I see. Thank you, Maria Z, for inquiring minds want to know.
Right there on the screen.
On the screen.
Yeah.
Which artist inspires you, or ones that you admire? Was there a specific artist that made an impression on you and your style? Not really, because I'm self-taught. I never went to art school. So I just kind of learned on my own and developed my style on my own. But there are a lot of artists, both old artists and modern day artists, that I admire a lot. Like Robert Bateman does fantastic wildlife art. And Howard Turkmean, I love his Western art and his Indians. He does great stuff. So,
How about Georgia O'Keeffe?
I like her. I like her stuff, yeah. There's a lot of artists that I really like, so.
Do you like Bob Ross?
not as far as his art goes, but his personality and stuff, and just the fact that he got a lot of people interested in art. I like him a lot. As far as his art, the art itself, no. Sorry.
He hates happy little art.
He's kind of the
Yeah.
of the art, isn't he? He's a different breed.
Yeah, there was I
You
remember
know, I
there
can
was-
say,
there
you know,
was-
like when I was growing
there
up.
was- yeah, they had
I
that
watched
show
them all
on
the time.
PBS, yeah. And then they had that German guy, I forgot his name, that would always say, make a dog.
I escaped that guy. Don't know that. Are you able to show any picture? I just now thought of it. Are you able to show?
I think I could. Let me see here.
If you can show Grace and while you tell about it, that'd be incredible.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
that'd be great. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up Grace.
I just fly by the seat.
I think first I've got to open it up. I'll open up my website.
And guys, as awesome and smooth as this is, it's not rehearsed.
And then I'll find Grace. So give me just a second.
Patrick Hardy, hello. Color Guppies, hello. Deborah, hello. And
Alexander, I guess an artist.
Give me just 1 second here. I'm pulling it up. Now, if I
And
can
thank
get
you,
a picture, that
mods,
would be good.
for posting all the links.
Why won't it let me make it big? It won't let me make it big. Huh.
Chewy's got a question for
Hang on.
you.
No. Oh, I think I just deleted it.
No, it'll be in your stuff.
Stupid
Oh,
buttons.
I did. I took it off my website.
Oh,
Cool. Hang on. I can do this, and I'll have to remind me to put it back on my website later. Hang on. I'll pull it up on Facebook. I know I can do that.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe I did that.
Can you
I
listen
am so good at
the buttons?
yes, the buttons. I'm just the best at the buttons.
Can you listen to this question while you're doing it? I guess not.
Can I do what?
Listen to this question I was going to read you from Chewy.
Okay.
Okay. Smart ass. Me. Chewy says art is a style. In music, artists collaborate and some artists collaborate. Have you ever worked on a project like that, Pam?
No, I never have. Actually, I did start to do one, but it kind of fell apart. There was a lady that was to benefit a horse farm that was in trouble. She oh dear, that's not going to work. She was making like one of those big. It was going to be like a big panel, and the panel was made up of a whole bunch of different pictures from different artists, and then put them together into a picture of a horse. And I did a piece for that, but it fell apart before I think it ever got shown, and I don't know what happened to my piece. I imagine they probably stole it, which is fine. It was a donation. So yeah.
That's the one hanging in the loop now. You know it?
It was a Conte crayon one of a rancher with a couple horses.
Yep, that's hanging in the Louvre Museum right now.
And like I said, I don't really know whatever happened to it. Okay, I got Grace here. And and excuse the fact that it is on Facebook. So I'm going to share Facebook with you here for a second.
Oh man, nobody likes Facebook.
I know, but I like deleted it off my website. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Yeah. Okay, is it showing up?
Nope.
Not yet.
Oh, Bob's got to add it to the show.
Oh, thank you. It didn't. Wait till it opens both of your. Oh yeah, like that. I'm gonna blow her up while you talk about it.
Okay, ignore the stuff on the side, the Facebook stuff. But that is the painting of Grace. It was an 18 by 24 oil painting. And the way that came about is I was living on Cape Cod, and I had my backyard. I'd made a pond with a waterfall, and I had like the whole backyard had evolved into like trails wandering between flower beds, kind of cottage style garden. And meaning that, there was curved edges and it just kind of meandered around. There was no like set lines or anything. And I worked as a secretary at a mortgage company at the time. And I got home from work. And as I was pulling out of the driveway, this lady was coming out of the backyard. And I thought, what the heck? And I got out of the car and she came over to talk to me. And she asked me what my name was. And I told her, and she says, well, I'm just going to call this Pam's Paradise from now on. She says, and she told me she hoped that I didn't mind. But every day when she went for her walk, she walked through my backyard because it was so beautiful. So, which I didn't mind. But she was gorgeous. She was like 82 years old. And she was really hard to understand because she had a really strong, like French Creole accent. But so I was talking and kind of trying to concentrate, understanding what she was saying and stuff. And I she got it through that because I had like a greenhouse set up on the side of the house where I'd start my own flower seed. And she wanted some flowers. So I told her that that I was an artist, and if she would pose for me, I would give her some flowers. And she started laughing, and she told me that when she was like a young girl, like 16 or 17, she was from Brazil, and this college professor from New York City had brought her to the United States to pose for his art classes. And she had, there was drawings of her all over in different museums in New York and stuff. So she thought it was really funny that I asked her to pose for me, but she was really beautiful. I mean, nice, beautiful cheekbones. I mean, look at her. She's like 82 years old. She was really gorgeous. So anyway, that's how I got her to pose for me. And that's the story about Grace.
Know her name, I bet. She didn't tell you.
Now, Pam,
Her name was Connie.
do you do this all from memory, or do you photograph and then paint from a photo?
A little bit of both. My best paintings are both because I'm not the best photographer, but I do take photographs.
Yeah, that is the one thing I've noticed. My grandmother was an artist. She did a lot of oil and watercolor. But most artists I found were artists not only in painting, but also in photography, because the photos they took were the ones they painted.
Oh, yeah, I do. That's how, like, most of the wildlife and stuff, it's like, you can look at my paintings as like a story of my life. I mean, because
yeah, they're beautiful.
They're from my life, although the wildlife are wildlife that I've gone out and found, and all that stuff. So yeah, and a lot of times the photographs don't turn out very well, but I remember what got me excited when I saw them, so I can carry that through using a combination of the photograph and what I remembered. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pam, on your website, you have a photo of a cat in a spider outfit. Could you tell us about that?
A cat in a spider outfit?
Yep.
No,
I'll bet you $2.
I don't remember any cat in a spider outfit.
I was just looking for that image, and I saw it.
I don't remember doing a cat in a spider outfit.
It's actually a photo of your cat in a spider outfit, but it's not Mario.
Ah,
Oh, I don't have any idea.
Oh,
maybe.
do you see it?
Maybe you mean on Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook.
I don't know, but it's probably one of my kids sent me or something.
Oh, that's cool.
So, sorry.
Oh well.
What
I was
did
hoping
you
we
say?
sold those.
What would you say the model's name was? The lady's name was Grace, or was that her real name?
Her real name was Connie.
I couldn't hear again. Somebody spoke. Sorry.
Oh, her real name was Connie, but I named the painting Grace.
Sorry. Got it. I'll get bored one night. I'll see if I can find it when she's young. Of course, that would be almost impossible. All right. Guys, anybody have any questions about or about fish or anything else? She posting Pam's Patreon link out there, and I'm a patron. I think I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, she sends out art periodically to her patrons.
Which I just sent some out, so people will be getting some stuff here pretty quick. And this is one. This is one that I finished on. That I started on on Saturday nights. I do. Can I promote? I'm going to promote on Saturday nights. We do a Saturday night FishFam art, which Ed is a part of and Bob is a part of. And this is one that I started on that. It's a little 4x6 drawing.
Awesome.
And that was one of Ed's freebies that he got from being a Patreon that he's holding up there. And Bob's got some too.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And also, she gives away art on her live streams.
Yeah, I usually have at least one giveaway, and sometimes I'll have 3 giveaways, depending upon how on top of things I've been. Does Pam have fish tanks now? Yes, I have a few. I've been cutting back on them because I want to reorganize and start some different ones. So I have been slowly cutting them back.
What fish do you have now, Pam? I'll ask.
Let's see. I got the axolotls, and I got I'm not even sure what I have right now. The mud skippers, of course. I love those guys. And yes, I'm working on the pigs, Mike. I started a little drawing of some pigs last night. And I've got some Micories and some Chopre, Danios, and a few other things. But like I said, I'm kind of wanting to reset up my tanks in a different spot, and I want to try some different fish that I've never had before.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a kitty.
Eco likes to be on the camera. Hey, Pythons. She has an awesome channel. I know most of you guys, some of you do have reptiles, but you know, reptiles, and I follow a lot of reptile channels. And Gotta Love Carpet Pythons is an awesome channel. If you're not subscribed and are interested. Oh, you got one Venosky, the rainbow fish.
My goal is to have everybody that comes to my stuff all the time end up with some art. Oh my gosh, I bored Not Nola Jane's little nephew right to sleep.
Oh, You might be able to make money that way.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. Was that Titan? Breathing?
Yeah, he's getting excited and wanting to play, and he's sitting there just biting on my arm or licking me, and
He's wanting to go up the road for a while,
yeah,
and it's in season.
yeah,
And he runs up there. Robert doesn't go out with him.
yeah. He's definitely heartbroken ever since. I won't let him go back up there now.
She's got her budget on her head. It's amazing. She's got a huge carpet. Well, I think it's huge. Right where she's sitting, it goes all around and doesn't even look at the budgie. Cool. Yeah, Robert's getting viciously attacked. Pam, what about the? Do you mind talking a little bit about for people that aren't usually might not be on your stream about? Yep, I think it's September the 11th or 10th or something.
Oh yeah, we're doing a FishFam camping trip. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be at the Billings KOA, Billings, Montana. And it is going to be September 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. If I remember it. Let me double check here. Yep, September 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th, which is Friday through Monday. And you can come for all of the days. You can come, it's a KOA. All you got to do, and when it comes close, we can we have a group on Facebook where you can join, and we'll kind of work out like cabin sharing and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot less money for everybody.
Transportation from the airport.
Yep, transportation is flying in, and we'll be doing day trips to go see some grizzly bears, and definitely go up there to the pass, which is absolutely stunningly beautiful. And if we have time, we might even drop into Yellowstone for a little bit.
And Dan's Fish has had a cookout before.
Oh yeah, usually on Sunday nights, we've been going over to Dan's Fish on Sunday nights and doing a barbecue and checking out his fishies. And Dan is exactly in person. He is exactly like he is on the air. He is a lot of fun and really a nice guy.
How far is he away from the campground?
It's about 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No,
I commented on his part 3. You know, he's got that series of videos of building the new facility, and he dropped a video last night. Anyway, I commented on it, and I asked him if the grand opening to that place might be in time for the camping trip. So I don't know if he's had time to answer back. That would be really cool.
that would be awesome. Yes.
It's coming along real fast. So yeah, that would be awesome to see that.
Pam, you've been all over the United States.
Yes, I have.
What was your favorite fish store, and what made it unique?
I don't know.
Was there a fish store that you liked?
There was one in Bozeman that I really liked. That was mostly saltwater fish, but they had it was gorgeous. But I don't remember the name of it now.
Now, is Bozeman in Texas?
No, in Montana.
Oh, okay, Montana.
And there was a couple in LA that I used to stop in that were really nice too, but I don't remember them now because it's been so many years ago. I have lived, guys, if you don't know, I have I'm not just talking visiting, I'm talking lived. I have lived in Oregon, Washington, California, Texas, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Montana, Colorado, and now I live in Wyoming.
What's your favorite?
Montana. Cape Cod was nice, but there's too many tourists. In the summertime, it gets overrun with tourists. And living expenses are really high there.
When you lived there, did you call the tourists Googans?
No.
Oh.
But I learned real quick in the summertime, if it's raining, you avoid the malls. And if it's a beautiful day, you don't go near the beach.
Huh.
Winter times were nice because all the tourists were gone and all the people that had summer houses there were gone. So it was kind of empty and it was cold, but it was still like I would spend hours walking on the beach during the winter time. I'm posting the camping trip link on Facebook.
I can't remember. Have you kept saltwater before?
Have I kept what?
Saltwater fish.
No, I haven't. I might do that with when I reset up the tanks. I might set up a saltwater one because I've been kind of like wanting to try a couple things. I've had brackish water before, but I've never had saltwater before.
To me, salt's a bit easier than brackish. It really is. Brackish is just aggravating. What would you keep, or would you share that if you did do a saltwater? What kind
First thing I'd like to try is like a pair of clownfish to see if I could get some breeding clownfish.
Cool.
I'm going to do that, but not to see if I can get them to breed, just to make sure that they stay alive.
Yeah.
That's my main goal.
Yes, definitely.
And there's
And I doubt you'll have a problem.
yeah.
Well, keep my fingers crossed.
My clownfish spawn regularly now. They keep spawning. I just haven't done anything with it. Yeah, all the time. It's a tomato clown. And there's the link. Anybody that wants to save the link to the camping trip or the Facebook page.
Yep.
Posted.
And you just have to, it's Candy and I are in charge of it. So you just have to like ask to join and then we approve you and you're on.
Now, will Candy be there?
I doubt it this year because she's in Washington now.
Yeah, it's a poor thing.
Unless she.
I mean, it's probably a good thing. It's just a bummer she's a little farther away from Pam.
Yeah.
My dream was always that Pam could move in with her.
Nobody wants to live with me.
I started.
Well, but Candy's so nice, maybe she would.
Candy.
You could be like their Alice.
No.
Or Alice.
No, just no.
You know the lady that raises the kids?
For one thing, yes, I know who you're talking about, but I would like probably kill the kids if they bothered me before I had my coffee in the morning.
And make them tough. So, Rob, I was just about to ask Rob a question. Well, maybe he'll be. Oh, there he goes.
I'm here.
Rob, if you were going camping, what would be the number one thing you would bring?
Most people would say a tent, but not me. I can do without a tent. If I could only have one item, it'd be a knife.
I was going to guess a machete or a hatchet, so I was kind of close.
Yeah, anything with a sharp edge.
Awesome.
I would have to say coffee.
Pam's got coffee.
I ain't going nowhere without my coffee.
Actually, let me change that. A lighter.
Yeah,
okay.
Lighter is good too.
Because I can make a knife out of a rock.
Yeah. Okay, Bob, what's yours?
Yazzie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the AC. That's sweet, though.
As long as there's water, I'll be fine. I can cool off.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
can cool off. Somebody's backstage. Let me see.
It's probably Bobby, which I need to start calling Robert. I'm sorry, Bobby. I keep doing that. I guess I shouldn't apologize by saying the wrong name.
Say, damn it, Bobby.
His mother.
God damn it, Bobby.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, Bobby. I mean, Robert, if you could take one thing on a camp out, what would it be?
On a camp out,
Yep.
a tent.
Thanks for $4.99 super sticker. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Rob said he wouldn't take a tent, so he might want to be with you then.
Yeah, and he'd be able to make sure that you didn't die.
Oh,
Right.
can I answer Patrick's question?
Where's Patrick's question?
He just asked if I have a layaway plan, and actually I do. If you like really wanted something and you wanted to make payments on it, I do that.
Pam's making me a piece of art.
Yes, I am. I have one I'm doing for Ed right now, and Ginger, and one for HC Aqua, and one for Kenny.
Kenny E?
Yep. And then I got to do Priscilla a little shrimp.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I've got some I'm working on right now.
Awesome.
Bob, have you ever had her do something special, or did you just get her stuff that she's got up for sale?
Uh,
Bob has a huge collection.
I've won things and I've bought things at auction. I really like Pam's birds. Maybe some night I'll show some of her birds. Maybe on your art stream I'll show some of your art.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, but I really like her birds with the detail of the feathers and eyes and the light, and I just really like her birds. It's my favorite subject. She did Yazzie. I could grab him real quick and show you guys. We're just about out of time. And Maria keeps the stopwatch on me.
While Bob does that, Pam, what shows do you do during the week? Like, what's your Wednesday night show about?
Wednesday night, it is usually just a lot of bullshitting, and it's kind of supposed to be geared towards fish. And occasionally, I will have a guest on there from the FishFam. And then on Saturday nights is my art night, where we have guests that want to do art from the FishFam, like Ed and Jess Shrimp Granny, and Priscilla, and me, and Bob. Sometimes Skipper's, when he's not working, comes on and helps watch the chat. Oh, there's Yazzie.
That's pretty impressive right there. And then what's your Saturday night show like?
Well, that's what I just said. The Saturday one is the art one. I just do 2 a week, Wednesday and Saturday. And then also on Wednesday, I am now co-hosting with Bob on his show on Wednesday.
Awesome.
Yeah, so people that say they'd love to join, but it's too late. And I do see people say that sometimes. Yeah, you can see her early on Wednesday too. Yep. All right, 2 minutes. All right. Anything else on the panel? Thank everybody again here. It's Tennessee Aqua and Titan. Also known as Robert. And then Rob.
And thank you, everybody, for hanging around and not getting bored with my art talk.
Beautiful art, Pam. I'm just blown away.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we got a super chat from Mike. I almost missed it. $10 for the cats and doggies. Thank you, Mike. And Rob is with Aquatic Aesthetics, and he's very much one of us FishFam people. Very much. And there's Ed showing his sign.
Best store in Chattanooga.
That's awesome.
Yep.
There's the Chattanooga Ed. Everybody knows Ed. And he's on. It'd be easier to say what day he's not on during the week if there is a.
Wednesday.
There you go. And he's usually hanging out with us.
Yep.
So, and that's everybody. So I'm going to end up with this saying thanks to Pam. And thank you so much to the moderators, super chatters. And I look forward to seeing you, Pam, the next chat.
Oh, thank you for having me up. And like I said, I hope I didn't bore everybody too much with just talking art.
No, I think you probably got some more people interested in art. The only thing is we didn't get to see Star. Damn it.
Yeah, I wore her out today. We went to the laundromat. So she was like riding around and in and out of the house and back out to the car again. And the last time I brought her in, she just like made a running jump into her kennel and her bed and curled right up.
She crashed out. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Pam. We love you. And
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.